met you. Paimon felt like Catherine was acting weird when we met at the Sub-Zero's festival.
Hi Stacy, hello. How are you, Stacy?
And Dunyarzad, did you save her? It's a really long story. We shouldn't disturb her. Her consciousness is still weakened. Let's chat somewhere else. How about by the traveler's favorite bench?
How is your day going? Stacy, welcome. Hello guys,
What's the hurry?
welcome to the stream.
Let's talk about Dunyarzad first. It's such a relief that she's alright. After we parted on the last day of the Sub-Zero's festival, I left the city and saw what the traveler had described. Among the countless dreams, I found one that was growing fainter and fainter. This proved my suspicion. Once Dunyarzad could no longer bear the Akasha harvesting her dreams, her consciousness began to dissipate. But this also meant it escaped the Akasha's control. Such a small fragment of consciousness can't last for very long, though. It will return to its original dream, where both will gradually fade until they completely disappear.
Take care, Stacy, take care.
I used all the
rest
power
well.
I had to keep her dying dream
Don't drink
alive as
too
long as
much.
possible. But it still wouldn't have lasted for much longer if it hadn't been for you two breaking the samsara. So it looks like we did manage to save Dunyarzad in the end. And not a moment too soon. Huh? Why are you two smiling so happily? I thought you'd be so moved that you'd start crying. I need to spend more time observing human emotions. Both are fine. Everyone reacts differently. All right. You two must have a lot of other questions for me, right? After all, you saved my faithful believer. As your reward, I will answer any and all questions. At the Avidia Forest, there was this incense that made the traveler fall unconscious and dream of a huge tree and a red sky.
It's going good.
You
How
also
about you,
heard someone's
Stacy?
voice, right? It said world and forget me. Yeah, so you do know! We've been wanting to ask you what that was about, and if the red sky was related to Conria. It seems like the traveler
Currently
established
you're
a
the only
connection to
one. Don't worry,
Irminsul.
someone will join soon.
That was a message left by Greater Lord Rukadevata's residual consciousness in Irminsul. Perhaps her last memory before she died. As you two probably know, Greater Lord Rukadevata disappeared after the disaster in Conria. The timings of these events do line up, so your suspicions are reasonable. A message from Greater Lord Rukadevata? We thought it was from King Deshret. King Deshret? That god who died even longer ago? Some present-day desert dwellers still worship him. You probably just heard some of their conspiracies. Okay, so what does the message mean? I still haven't managed to decipher it. Even the Akasha isn't currently capable of doing that. Greater Lord Rukadevata's residual consciousness in Irminsul seems to be contaminated with something that has a very dangerous aura to it. Many devoted scholars go mad as soon as they connect their consciousness. I've warned the Academia about this many times, but people still keep falling victim to it. But I believe this is the key to saving Irminsul. That's why I've kept trying to decipher
but
it.
make sure
So the tree in the vision was
don't drink too
Irminsul?
much. Yeah,
Oh, Tainari also said that Irminsul is
don't
sick.
drink too much.
Is it because of the contaminated consciousness? But even if you can't figure out what that vision was all about, it seems like our search for you was all in vain.
The traveler wasn't affected after coming in contact with that consciousness. I've never seen anyone like that. With you here, we may have a chance at deciphering it. No, we must decipher its secrets. I've already eliminated all other factors that might affect Irminsul. This is the only one left. This puzzle has life and death at stake. It could determine Irminsul's fate, as well as Tevat's. To be accurate, I'm using the Akasha as a medium to occupy Catherine's consciousness.
How did you do that? Poor Catherine. Does this mean you can also occupy other people's consciousnesses?
Theoretically, I can enter anyone's mind as long as they're wearing their Akasha terminal. The Akasha is the legacy of Greater Lord
Hi
Rukkhadevata.
Dandy, welcome to the stream.
As Lesser Lord Kusanali and the first Akasha terminal,
Hello Dandy,
my
Dandy,
consciousness has
welcome.
always been linked to the Akasha. I've always respected my people's free will, so I've never actually occupied their consciousness. When necessary,
Ooh,
I just borrow this
did they remove
bionic
Genshin
Snezhnayan
Impact
puppet.
from the Google Play Store? I don't think
on.
so, but
Did we
I
just learn
not
some deep,
installed
dark
it on
secret?
PC anyway,
So
so
Catherine is... No wonder Paimon felt something was off about her. What about your own body?
which games do you play,
Why do you
Dandy?
need to borrow other
Which
people's?
games do you play?
Don't you live in the sanctuary of Surasthana?
That story begins a long time ago. After Greater Lord Rukkhadevata disappeared, the sages found my newly born self and took me back to Sumeru. At that time, I was young and weak. The sages kept me in the sanctuary of Surasthana, ostensibly for the sake of protecting me. But I've hardly heard from them since. However, I do understand that they had hoped to find Greater Lord Rukkhadevata instead of me, a symbol of her passing.
So, the sages basically
Ooh,
put their
you
new
play Epic
Archon
Contest
under
too?
house arrest?
Nice.
How dare they!
Nice.
Why don't you teach them a lesson, Nahida?
In some ways, they aren't wrong. Greater Lord Rukkhadevata was omniscient and omnipotent. Even after her death, the Akasha is still empowering this nation. And I'm still really far away
Guys,
from being
if you
able to
can, make
call
sure you
myself the God of Wisdom.
I will really appreciate that
Moreover,
if you do.
the Academia is also more proficient at governing this country. My existence has little meaning.
Yeah, you got a lot of believers. Just look at the Sub-Zero's festival. Everyone who showed up truly loves you.
Thank you for the kind words. But I honestly don't need physical freedom as long as I can connect my consciousness to the Akasha. Trying to find a way to save Irminsul is my life's mission and top priority. I will work on that
I can't
and
hear
try to
your
live
voice,
up to
by
being
the
a
the game
deity in the
sound is a
meantime.
bit loud. Oh, is
Every
it?
once in a while, I will also take up the duties of the God of Wisdom and enlighten a lost soul here and there. Doing all that should be enough.
I'm gonna wait a second.
There's never been any big
I
problems with
will,
the Academia's governance of
Change the
Sumeru.
volume.
This is the first time I've seen them step out of line. I wonder what caused them to go down this path and what they hope to achieve. Even though the city's residents haven't noticed anything strange,
I was
if the
actually
traveler
like
hadn't
trying
broken the
to
Sub-Zero Samsara,
check
the
on the
situation
noise
could have become
suppression
dire.
thing,
I
but
tried
it
to do
didn't
some
work out.
investigating in the Akasha, but I couldn't find anything suspicious. And all the people of interest seem to purposely avoid wearing their Akasha terminals. I think they're deliberately trying to hide something.
Oh, that reminds Paimon. In Gandharvaville, there was a sage who had invited Kainari to join some kind of project. Could it be related?
Regardless, I need to first investigate the sage's motives, make things right, and punish them if needed. But I'll have to be discreet, or they'll see me coming. You mean how the Akasha stops you from having dreams?
Yeah, it's been such a long time. No one's
Yep, I
noticed
tried it on
something's
Google
up.
Store.
It's
good.
not
I'm
that
going
no
back
one
on that
noticed.
game tonight.
It's more like no one cared.
Oh, okay.
Ultimately,
Focus,
it's
Jessie.
all rooted in the sage's misdirection.
Misdirection?
The sage has convinced everyone to believe that being unable to dream is a sign of rationality and wisdom. Not dreaming is a badge of honor in Sumeru. Even if the truth is that their dreams are being reaped by the Akasha. With their propaganda in place, the sages can maximize their use of the Akasha to facilitate their research. Besides, Greater Lord Rukkhadevata must have created the Akasha in the hopes that it could be used to its full potential. That's why I've never come out strongly against this. Anyway, the perspective advocated by the sages drowned out any voices of doubt. By now, even those who never use Akasha terminals find it too shameful and embarrassing to talk about their dreams. Got it! I hope my answers were satisfactory, seekers of knowledge. To be honest, maintaining Dunyarzad's fading dream took a lot of mental energy. I think I may need to rest for a while. Oh, and you don't need to worry too much about the sage's activities for now. The Akasha won't be able to conduct another project on the scale of the Sub-Zero Samsara in the immediate future.
Go and get some sleep. Leave everything to us.
What a relief. This is truly the most exhausting birthday I've ever had.
Traveler? Paimon? Why am I here? Do either of you know?
Maybe you were sleepwalking. You know you can't wake up a sleepwalker. We happened to walk by, so we thought we'd wait for you to wake up.
I see. Huh. I should visit my maintenance personnel sometime. Oh, I'm fine. I better go. Thank you.
We've spent quite some time in Sumeru City, but ever since we last said goodbye to Lesser Lord Kusanali, we haven't heard anything from her. Oh, we can't just keep waiting around like this. Let's go find Catherine and pick up some work so we can at least keep ourselves busy.
Okay, wait. I need to do something. Audio.
Paimon coming in! Paimon coming in! Is this level okay? Can you hear Paimon? Paimon coming in! Paimon coming in! Is this level okay? Can you hear Paimon?
Okay, this should be good, right? Can you guys hear me now? Stacy, can you hear me? Okay, hopefully. Okay. Good, good. I have to make sure that you guys are able to hear me. Good, good. How to check on the volumes. Wow. Sheesh. Okay, world quest. Oh my god, I have a lot of stuff to do, huh? Triumphant hero.
Ad Astra Avisask. We meet again, you two.
Hi, Catherine. Do you have any commissions for us today?
Commissions, huh? Let me think. Oh, how about this? Please attend the Academia's Academic Symposium this afternoon and
Oh,
recite a love
dang.
poem on stage.
Dandy.
Say what?
Do you play Genshin?
And if
Do you play
possible,
Roblox?
Please also use your camera to capture the reaction of the audience upon finishing the poem.
Huh? What kind of commission is that?
I see. It appears that you're not interested in this commission. In that case, please go to Port Armos and convince the Eremites there to spend some time volunteering at the local orphanage.
Hey, that's not any better.
I'm sure the mercenaries will have some interesting reactions as well.
Turn-based
I was
games.
gonna ask.
Oh, which
Who
games?
exactly has been submitting
games
these
do you play?
commissions to the Adventurers Guild?
Oh, the commissioner? Well, actually, I just wanted to see the two of you in action.
Was it so obvious? I was hoping you would actually take one of those commissions. That kind of chance to observe humans doesn't come by often.
Ah, so it's Nahida. Paimon just knew Catherine wouldn't crack those kinds of jokes. When did you get into her head?
From when she said, "Add Astra."
Do you play any
Avisask?"
card games by any
So
chance,
it's been you
Dandy?
this whole time? Are you done resting up, Nahida?
Yes. I've been sleeping ever since we parted ways, and I even had a really, really long dream.
Ooh, Honkai Star Rail. I also play that game.
It was another dream about the Sub-Zero's festival, except it was a happy one. In my dream, I was sitting in the middle of a flower terrace, and everyone in Sumeru City was holding hands as they danced in circles around me. They danced round and round, and everyone looked really happy. I also got to sit on a gigantic flower carriage. Ferris, the Knight of Flowers, raised me really, really high above the ground, and I was throwing an endless amount of Yalda candies at the children.
You know, Nahida, maybe your dream is how the Sub-Zero's festival really should be. It's meant to be a joyous time where everyone gets together to celebrate your birthday.
Huh? Wasn't I describing a really happy dream? Why are you both looking at me like that? Wait, could this be an example of the emotion known as pity?
No, we aren't pitying you. That would only make everything worse. We
Maybe
just
I should play Honkai Star Rail
By the
today.
way, have you had a chance to visit Dunya's
Yeah,
Side?
I will play
How's she
Honkai
doing?
Star Rail
Only
after
you
this.
haven't allowed any visitors after the festival, so we haven't been able to check on her.
Yes, I paid her a visit right after I woke up. She was resting at the time. Her condition is stabilized. However, since Elazar is a manifestation of the withering on the human body, We can only cure it by finding a way to take care of Irminsul's own withering.
Ooh,
But for the
your
moment,
birthday is coming
our
on
top
July.
focus should still be
Happy
figuring out
birthday
what
in
the sages are up
advance.
to and what they're planning.
Right. Who knows what'll happen if they manage to pull off another scheme like the Samsara of the Sub-Zero's festival.
So our
Hi,
first
Super
priority should
Marine,
be
what's up?
investigating and putting a stop to the sages' activities. As for how we should pull that off,
I
let's
don't mind.
discuss it somewhere else. There are too many adventurers around here.
Oh, good point. Sorry, adventurers. We're gonna be borrowing Catherine for a little while.
Let's continue our chat here.
Okay, so do you have any ideas on how we can investigate the sages, Nahida?
Actually, I've already done a little bit of work on that. But for now, I want to hear your thoughts. I've already tried that. But all the key members of the Academia, even the core of 30 guards, intentionally avoid wearing their Akasha terminals. It seems that from the very beginning, they've been guarding against info leaks from the Akasha. Of course, it could also be because they're wary of me.
Have you already caught the sage's attention?
I'm guessing not yet, but distrusting me would make perfect sense if they've ever paid attention to the urban legends about me. In any case, I probably can't take over their minds directly. No way, that's too risky.
You mean it'd be too easy to get caught?
No, it's not that. We shouldn't involve innocent students in this. A single mistake could completely ruin their lives. Doing that would be ignoring the safety of my people for my own selfish goals.
It was fun to
How
me
is that
after
any
doing a
different from what
few
the
tasks.
sages are doing?
Playing a ton,
That's
this
a good
game
point.
feels good to
Spoken
me.
like the god
Yeah,
of Sumeru.
I mean, have you played the game Honkai Impact? It's just like that.
We're in the dark as of now. Since we still don't know anything about their goals, any rash move could tip them off and lead to terrible consequences. After all, every person in Sumeru City is one of their hostages.
Are we really out of ideas? Nahida, you're super smart, so you already have something in mind, right? Don't keep us in suspense. Spill the beans already.
According to a popular theory from the Vahumana Darshan of the Academia,
Oh,
rejecting
Honkai
impractical
Impact
notions
is
at
a
the
mobile
beginning of a
game, I
planning
think.
session will
Hopefully,
give
it's
more
still
weight to the
available on
actual
Google Play
proposal.
Store.
Okay, but aren't you the god of wisdom? You don't have to use that kind of gimmick to make us take your ideas seriously.
Well, I've been thinking that if I can't directly possess the leaders, and if I can't get ordinary people involved, then I should find someone who's already involved, but hasn't decided to side with the sages.
You're saying we should recruit a spy? That does sound like it could work.
Yeah,
Oh, before
I
going
used to
back,
play
we
Honkai
met
Impact,
someone
but
named
I
Haytham.
stopped
He
playing
seems
for
like
some
he acts
reason.
alone, and he likes doing stuff behind the Academia's back. They probably aren't in cahoots.
Ooh,
Actually, I already have someone in mind. Do you still remember that female scholar named Sataria?
Sitaria. Paimon remembers now. Isn't she the one who's always trailing behind the Grand Sage of the Academia? We ran into her basically every time the
Previously,
Sub-Zero's
this is
festival
the
repeated itself. You could even
first
say
time
we're
I
old
practice
enemies by
speaking English,
now.
so sorry if there is some
Paimon still
mistakes.
remembers the
Oh
smug
no,
and
you're
mean way
speaking
she
English
always
good.
spoke to Nilu.
You are speaking English good.
I've always liked observing all
English
kinds of
also
people,
is not my
and
first
Sataria
language,
has always
so
stood
don't
out from the
worry.
crowd.
No one's gonna judge you
She was
here,
born in the desert,
and I really
was
appreciate
hailed as
the
their
efforts of
greatest
you
genius.
speaking English.
Her academic gifts allowed her special admission into the Academia, and also gave her the opportunity to serve as the sage's assistant.
Oh, Paimon didn't know she was from the desert. She must be pretty special then. Paimon feels like most of the desert dwellers around the city are working as mercenaries.
The name Sitaria means star. When she lived in the desert, she shone like the brightest star in the night sky. Later on, she was chosen by the sun. The star was given a place in the daytime sky to complement the sun's dazzling light. Soon after, the star witnessed the sun scorching the earth, which brought forth many disasters. The star began to waver. Instead of staying beside such a sun, wouldn't it be better to return and light up part of the night sky? But in the end, she couldn't give up the radiance of daytime. To cope with her shame, the star buried her guilt and closed her eyes.
From the sound of it, Sitaria's just hung up on the research opportunities here. But she doesn't really support the academia. She still feels guilty.
By the
about
way,
not
guys,
doing
if you
more for the
haven't, make
desert,
sure to
right?
join Discord
She's just running away from
so
her
we can
problems.
stay in touch.
Indeed,
Feel free to join
when they are
Discord.
presented with complex moral issues, many people will simply plug their ears and go with the flow until the problem can't be fixed anymore. She's suppressing a lot of guilt, but before she realized it, she had already become the sage's accomplice. She can't deny her part in their schemes anymore. Right. We must somehow make her face her problems again. That way, not only can we get useful intel from her, but she can also use it as an opportunity to redeem herself. From my past observations, Sitaria will take a day off from the academia every 10 days to do some shopping in the city. Tomorrow afternoon just happens to be a shopping day for her. That'll be our chance.
Okay,
Here,
Dandy.
let's go check out some of her favorite spots and have a quick chat with a few of the vendors there.
Okay, there we go.
This should be Sitaria's favorite fortune-telling spot.
So should we ask the fortune teller about Sitaria?
No, I already have enough information on Sitaria. The most important thing now is for you to pay attention to the vendor's talking style and key characteristics.
Talking style and key characteristics?
My poor lost lambs, have you become troubled over your fates? The divine voice of wisdom often echoes between mine ears. If thou be blessed today by the gods, I may be able to show you the way.
Huh? Really? Nahida, you've been whispering things to her?
Shh! My friend here has some doubts regarding her future. Can we get a fortune reading for her?
Of course, of course. In that case... It would seem that Harut and Marut are quite wary of you. Perhaps, at some time in the past, you have somehow offended the gods.
Only mocking the god of Animo, questioning the lord of Geo's financial savviness, and brawling with the god of Electro. Do those count?
Oh, nothing. Go on, pick an aspect for her to divine.
Health prospects, no problem at all. The gods have spoken. The truth shall be revealed. Your life shall continue on for... many tens of thousands of years? Impossible. Marut, did you two spoil my divination? I've never read a fortune so absurd.
No, they didn't show
Actually,
your
my mom thinks
duration.
this is probably the most accurate fortune telling you've ever done.
I admit that the orientation of today's celestial matrix is suboptimal. As such, there will be no charge.
Is that so? Well, that can't be helped.
If you were to bring some food offerings for Harut and Marut on your next visit, perhaps they could help you reverse the wheels of fate.
Okay.
Is this another one of Sataria's favorite stalls?
Yep, it belongs to a king. His father helped Sataria a lot when she first moved to Samari City, so she still comes by whenever she has time. When I start talking with him, listen carefully to the details of our conversation.
Ah, dear customers. Would you like to look at some pottery?
We caught wind of your great craftsmanship, so we specifically came to take a look.
Oh, I recognize you. Aren't you Miss Catherine from the Adventurers Guild? Sounds like I'm in for some big business.
Speaking of, where did you learn this trade?
I suppose you could say it all started with my dad. He's a mason by trade, but I picked up an interest in clay while apprenticing for him. After that, I began making pottery by myself in secret. And I simply changed trades when my works turned out well. Although it's a pity that I'm no longer making much use of the knowledge provided to me by the Akasha.
That's nice. You're making a living doing something you love.
So is your father still working as a mason?
Oh no, not anymore. A few years back, he fell from a roof and broke his leg. Since he had already saved enough mora over all these years, he's just enjoying the retired life in Port Ormos nowadays.
I see. We wish him peace and happiness in his retirement. I'll have someone in charge of logistics at the guild come by another day for some goods.
Oh god.
We'll leave you to it. Take care now.
No problem. Rest easy, all our goods are sure to meet your every need.
Okay. I don't think. Okay. Let's go to the next person.
This should be our final stop. Sataria's always thinking of this restaurant when she's working at the academia, so she always comes by whenever she's out in the city.
Nahida, you've really thought of everything.
It's my duty to protect Samari's citizens, after all.
Hi there.
My dream
I
is
feel like I've seen you down by the
to
docks
see
before.
Nahida walk.
Huh?
Ah,
Sorry, I don't quite remember.
that's my only
If I
dream.
recall,
I
you
mean,
were having a discussion
one day,
with someone about
hopefully that will
shipbuilding
come
at the
true.
time. Ah, that's right.
I actually wanted
I've always
Nahida,
been really interested in feats of
but
marine engineering.
at least I got
After all,
Baizu.
I grew up in Liyue Harbor and spent my entire childhood staring at the ships going in and out of the port. I came to Sumeru to study, but failed to make it into the academia due to my lack of talent. But I'm still discussing all kinds of problems with different scholars, and I'm continuing to study and perform research from the restaurant's basement. I'm sure I'll get to the academia after their next round of exams.
What an admirable spirit for learning. Amazing.
Sure, but you'll find hardworking people wherever you go.
So this restaurant has a basement as well? Huh. First I've heard of it.
That's right. It's not usually open to patrons. Most of the time, employees use it for breaks or to hold private events.
I see. Has that make
Nahida
sense?
is cute though.
Well,
Nahida is
good luck
very
with your
very
studies,
cute.
Miss Chishan.
Thank you so much. As long as I can make it into the academia as an official student, I'll be happy.
So, was that everybody?
Mm-hmm. 3 familiar faces should be enough for Sataria.
What's the point of all the information we've collected? Nahida, you still haven't told us how you're planning to make Sataria face her problems.
Sataria is already used to avoiding her problems, so we must find a way to break through her usual sensibilities. I remember you mentioned that the Eremites in Port Ormuz are all making a fuss about the upcoming resurrection of King Deshret. Although it's all just a boatload of nonsense, the fate of her homeland may turn out to be Sataria's soft spot.
Oh, Paimon gets it now. You want to take advantage of the guilt Sataria feels about her homeland. Although she knows she should return home to help the people of the desert, all she's done is conspire with the sages. So how do we set that up?
Well, King Deshret is long gone, and Sataria is also too smart to fall for any simple tricks. If we simply engaged her under the guise of King Deshret's believers, she would definitely be wary of us, and we may not get anywhere. But if we were
Oh,
to
yeah.
borrow some of her close acquaintances to talk with her,
Nahida
her
can
reaction
walk,
would probably be very
but
different.
she is mostly on the
So,
swing,
you mean you're going to possess those
and
people we
Paimon
just
just floats everywhere.
Possess them through the Akasha. Imply
Yeah,
the
I would
already
also.
converted to
I'm
the faith
also
of
very
King
curious
Deshret,
how Paimon
and
will
then
walk.
convey our made-up will of King Deshret. As long as everything goes smoothly,
Oh,
we'll
you
get through
got
to Sataria for
Minecraft
sure.
Java. That's
She'll
good. That's
never
cool.
guess that we have
We should
anything
play
to do with it.
Minecraft tomorrow.
Ah, so that's how you're going to use all the info we collected.
How is your
on
day
these
going,
people.
Cashier, by the way?
It's so that you won't slip up and break form. Possessing them will only work if you can manage to pass off as them.
Exactly. So, best of luck with impersonating them.
Huh? Best of luck? But we don't know how to possess anyone.
That's no problem at all. I'll just share all their senses with you once I've possessed them. As long as you're also wearing an Akasha terminal, the effect will basically be as if you've possessed them yourself.
Tomorrow's school?
That is pretty
Oh, dang
convenient.
it.
But why
Oh,
does she
nah.
have to do this? Can't you do it yourself?
So you're free Saturday, Sunday then?
Although
Or
I've been observing
Friday?
humans for a while, I've never been good at imitating them.
You're not wrong. It's always been painfully obvious whenever you try to pass as Catherine.
If it was at all possible, I would have preferred to leave these people alone. But seeing how things are now, I probably should just accept it and push on.
Yeah, don't beat yourself up over it. We're only doing this to help everyone.
By the way, guys, make sure to like
Them
this
for a
stream.
little
It will
while
really mean
anyway.
a lot if you do.
Alright, then let's give it a go tomorrow afternoon.
There we go. Wow.
Didn't know you were such a slacker.
Huh. minute. Why isn't it working? Oh no, I can stream Minecraft, Cashier. It's not the problem. I can stream Minecraft. Okay. It's the original Minecraft launcher. It's not Crystal launcher.
Oh, here she comes. Satori is here.
Let's quietly follow her. Once she starts talking to her acquaintances, we'll find a safe spot to begin possessing them. As for how we'll sway her to our side, I'll leave that to you. I trust you'll know what to say.
I'm starting to feel kind of nervous. Okay, let's go. Looks like they've already started talking. Let's find a hiding spot and get started.
Yes, the launcher. Wait, I don't know the launcher yet. Don't install any launchers. Wait a second.
That's right. You really can't force anything when it comes to love. And besides, everyone around me has a very different background and outlook. Are you still listening to me, Nabia?
Oh, of course I'm listening. You were talking about troubles with your love life, right? I heard everything you said.
Okay then. You just seemed a little distracted for a moment there.
Yeah, I am.
Strange.
I might play
Cats seem
Honkai
pretty
Star
worked up.
Star
Is something
after
wrong?
this dandy.
I
Don't
always
worry.
thought they were
I will
quiet,
stream again
happy
in
kitties.
3 hours.
Oh, what are their names
3
again?
4 hours depends on my freedom. Just, yeah.
Ah, that's right. They are just little darlings, aren't they? Harut and Marut.
So, which fortune do you want me to read for you today? You must have come for another echo of the divine voice of wisdom.
I'd like to get another reading on my love prospects, but to be perfectly honest with you, I feel like I've been a real mess recently.
A mess?
Well, could you do a reading on how long it'll take me to finish my current project at work? I really just want to get it over with.
I hear you. No problem at all.
Okay,
the gods
take care,
will reveal
Dandy.
the truth. The gods are asking, Sitaria, why haven't you gone home?
Why haven't I gone home? Do the gods really know everything I've been thinking about?
Sitaria, why don't you just go home? It's a demand now instead of a question. The gods seem to be truly upset.
I'm sorry. I know I failed the gods. Please pass on my most sincere apologies and ask for their divine forgiveness. And, if I may ask, Nabia, is there a specific god who's speaking to you right now?
What an inconsiderate and naive question. The god who is speaking to me is, of course, the wisest and mightiest of all, King Deshret.
King Deshret? No wonder he would make such demand of me. Huh. Wait a second. King Deshret passed away a long time ago. Even though news of King Deshret's resurrection has been spreading like wildfire, it's all just a misinformation campaign from the academia. How can King Deshret still
Okay,
exist in
cashier.
real life?
What insolence! I am King Deshret's most loyal believer. Do you wish to refute his voice of wisdom?
Oh, no. As a child of the desert, I am only reveling in his power upon learning that his divine glory has touched even this city. I will think very carefully about his demand of me. I'm sorry. I must go now.
Wait!
Whoa, she just ran off in a hurry. She looked pretty upset too.
Well done. Sitaria didn't seem to suspect anything amiss. To have something she's been trying desperately to avoid show up out of nowhere and berate her, that must have shaken her to the core.
Aw, Nahida, it seems like you understand human emotions really well after all.
All I know are some abstract Harava-taught theories. In any case, my time with you has shown a lot of them to be utterly useless. I'm still trying to make sense of everything. Anyway, enough of that. Let's hurry and catch up to Sitaria.
He's out of cubes now, right on cue. Let's get ready to possess him right away.
It's okay. I just got caught up in something. Oh, actually, didn't you ask me to help you look for work?
Can you make me
What
more
kind of work were you
in the
looking for
streams?
again?
How can I make you more when you are not even that much active, cashier?
Gardening? But don't you hate everything to do with plants? I still remember getting mad at you for secretly throwing away the bonsai that I gave you as a present.
Well, you see, a friend told me that the secret to self-improvement is to work on things you're not so good at.
Fair enough. I
I'm
didn't
very
think that was
strict when
something
it
you
comes to
would
giving
consider.
people more. If you are
Speaking
not
of,
even active,
how's he
why
doing?
should I give
Is
you
he feeling
more?
any better? Huh? Wasn't he nursing a leg injury? If I recall correctly, his strong arms had always been his pride and joy.
He sprained his arm a while back while trying to show off his strength. I thought you'd heard.
Actually, while we're talking about him, is he still living in Port Ormos?
Yeah, he's been retired there for a while.
If you could find the time, please write him a letter. Let him know that recently, faith in King Deshret has taken root in Port Ormos and has begun to spread across Sumeru. He has a quick temper and has always been a devout follower of the Dendro Archon. I don't want him to get into a fight with those King Deshret
I mean,
believers
sure,
because of a
cashier.
difference in beliefs.
When you are active,
so who are you
I will give
siding
you
with
more.
in all of this? The
You
academia
have
or
school,
King
so
Deshret?
yeah, focus on that for now. When you're
I'm
free
so
and
jealous
when
of
you
you.
have like
You were born a
a
child
lot
of
of
the
time,
desert,
then
Yet you
come to
chose
me.
to betray King
I will give
Deshret,
you more.
and now you spend all your time with those crooks from the Academia.
I want professional mods,
Hakim,
not the mods
you
who
don't
will be
mean
just go on
you've
for a
also
while
become a
and then
believer of
suddenly
King
pop up.
Deshret?
What's so strange about becoming a believer of the wise King Deshret? In fact, aren't you the strange one? The one who still can't pick a side?
Can't pick a side? Me?
Whoa. Paimon had no idea you'd be so good at this.
You really zeroed in on the issue and put it right in front of her. It might feel a bit overwhelming for Sataria. But once everything is over, I'll be sure to pay her a visit to her mind and explain everything. Anyway, let's keep going.
Come on! Sataria's already started talking with Shishan.
No, it's not crystal launcher. I don't know. I don't remember the name of my launcher. Sorry, I haven't played Minecraft in a while.
So,
But I will
Shishan,
tell you
have
in
you
Discord
noticed anything
if you are
weird in
active
the
on
city
Discord.
lately?
I mean,
Like, as if someone was trying to preach to you about something?
no. Next stream is Honkai Star Rail.
Wait, did you just say attic? I thought this place didn't have an attic. Also, don't you usually study in the basement?
Well, the restaurant recently added an attic. I've been studying there because it has better lighting. Oh, right. Speaking of strange things, I celebrated the Sub-Zerus festival so many times that I lost count. That was really weird.
Wait, how could you be aware of that? That should be impossible. Nothing in the report indicated anything like that.
Are you still failing to realize that the Academia's lowly tricks could never deceive all of Sumeru's citizens?
Shishan, don't tell me that you've converted to King Deshret as well.
What an absurd question. You make it sound like I should be ashamed for becoming a believer of King Deshret. In reality, shouldn't you be the one who is ashamed? You, who worked side by side with the
Minecraft.
Academia and treated people as nothing more than experimental
I will also tell
subjects.
you which launcher I
Please,
use, so you will be
please
able to
stop.
get it.
Even now, Sataria's still trying to run from her problems.
She can no longer justify everything to herself.
Hey, she's trying to talk to the guards. What should we do?
This is the most important part of all. Quick, get ready.
Mercenary, you're a member of the Corps of 30, correct? Please help me pass a message to the Matcha right away. The situation in the city is getting out of control.
Please, try to remain calm, miss. Tell me what's happening in the city.
Heretics are infiltrating the city, and they've already converted many residents to their side.
Heretics? What kind of heresy are you talking about?
King Deshret! Many people I know have suddenly started believing in him, but he's long dead. It's impossible.
Miss Sataria, nothing is impossible.
You know my name?
King Deshret is immortal, and all who defy him will one day pay the price. You must face the truth, Sataria. You tread a treacherous path, and the longer you ignore it, the tighter the Academia's grasp on you will become, and the deeper you will be ensnared. Child of King Deshret, never forget that the desert that belongs to you lies elsewhere.
What's so strange about becoming a believer of the wise King Deshret? In fact, aren't you the strange one? The one who still can't pick a side?
What an absurd question. You make it sound like I should be ashamed for becoming a believer of King Deshret.
Sataria, why haven't you gone home?
It seems that no matter where I run, I only keep finding more believers of King Deshret. I have to say, this is a familiar feeling. I've also been running from my guilt this whole time. Guilt over my part in the sage's plans, and from ignoring the letters from the children of my homeland. But no matter how much I may try to ignore or get rid of it, my guilt always comes back.
You won't necessarily lose your research opportunities by facing the truth. Besides, did you really want to conduct your research while carrying such heavy feelings of guilt?
How do you know me so well? Are you truly just a believer of King Deshret? Or are you the god himself?
That's not important. The important thing is to pass judgment on the academia and its sages, and to correct their mistakes. If you could provide some assistance in this matter, perhaps it could serve as a form of atonement.
I've actually never believed in the gods, but I've always believed in serendipity. Your appearance must be a fated opportunity for me to get out of this wretched situation. Please tell me, what can I do for you?
How much do you know about the sage's current activities?
I was just one of the designers for the masked dream harvest scheme, which is what happened around the Sub-Zero's festival. But I know very little about the full scope of the overall project. I'd assume that only staff with the highest clearance would have access to those confidential documents. I've just been working to
Take
meet
care,
the Grand
cashier, by
Sage's
the way.
specified requirements.
Make sure
However,
to
there's
take care of
something
your
that's
health.
been really bothering me. I heard that a scholar who was
My
previously
streams
expelled
will
has
not
returned to
stop,
the city.
guys. I will be streaming every
Even the
day, so
sages
you
are
will
still
not be
quite
missing
wary
out
of him.
anything.
To fight against the academia, we will need to figure out the nature and the purpose of their work. Is there a way for us to get access to the confidential documents you mentioned?
It should be possible if we're willing to take some risks. After all, I'm an assistant to the Grand Sage, and I've been working on many tasks outside of the project. One thing, though, I won't be able to transfer the documents to you through the Akasha once I get my hands on them. The sages have always closely monitored all activities within the Akasha. Let me see. Let's use the most primitive method. Send someone to pick up the documents tomorrow evening at the Academia entrance.
The academia entrance. Wouldn't that be too conspicuous?
Don't worry about that. I assure you, this won't be a trap. I'm only suggesting this location because it'll draw more scrutiny for me to leave the Academia again. It'll be safest for me to distract the guards long enough to hand you the documents.
All right, I trust you.
So, if I were to successfully complete this task, would it mean I've atoned for my wrongdoings?
That'll depend on the judgment of the Dendro Archon.
The Dendro Archon. That's right. Her people are the ones we have endangered. As the god of wisdom, she's also the one responsible for judging and guiding the scholars. Maybe it's time for me to find a god to believe in.
Just as Nahida predicted, we've managed to bring Sataria to our side.
The Traveler's execution was ingenious. She's the one who deserves all the praise. Well, now that we've made plans to meet again tomorrow evening, all we can do is pray for Sataria's mission to go off without a hitch.
Pray? But if we're going to pray to the gods, aren't we just praying to you? God of wisdom and guardian of the scholars?
Was to use crystal launcher, you need
The truth is the true
put
guardian
your
of scholars.
username and
I've
press
always
play.
believed that. Anyway, let's meet again tomorrow evening at the Adventurers Guild.
I know, cashier, I know. Don't worry, I'm not that dumb. Oh god, okay. So tomorrow. Hi, hi Darius, welcome. How is your day going? Welcome, welcome, welcome to the stream. Which games do you play, Darius?
Catherine, we're here! Oh, you are the other Catherine, right?
That's right. I suppose I'm the other Catherine in your mind.
Shh! We're on a secret mission tonight, so we need to protect Catherine's identity.
Yep, Paimon's right. We cannot fully rule out the chance that the meetup tonight is just a trap. If something were to happen, my existence may be the only trump card we'll be able to play. After all, the academia should still be unable to confirm the existence of my consciousness in the outside world.
Yep, exactly. Just what Paimon was thinking. Anyway, enough about that. Let's just make sure to be on our guard.
Speaking of which,
What do you feel is off? It's the middle of the night. Of course it's quiet. You're not getting paranoid, are you?
No, I think she's right. It really is a lot quieter than usual. If you look around, there seems to be fewer people on the streets. I'm not sure if this is the case for the entire city, though.
Huh. Maybe it's just a coincidence. Maybe Sataria figured out a way to not only distract the guards, but also to get everyone
go
to go
search
to
out
sleep
5
early,
new
just so we
games.
can exchange
The
the documents in peace.
Blue Club, Minecraft,
I
Java,
also can't quite
Fortnite,
figure out why
Desert Hour,
things
and
feel a
Roblox.
little
Oh, you did? I played
But
all
now that
those
we're here,
games, lol.
Let's go ahead and meet her as we
I
planned.
played all those games.
Regardless, as long as you're here with us, Paimon
I
feels a
also have
little safer.
Fortnite, guys, if you wanna play Fortnite instead.
What's the hurry?
There really aren't many people out right now. Let's hope it'll be this quiet in front of the academia, and that Sataria managed to distract all the guards.
What's the hurry?
What are all these people doing here at this hour of the night?
Oh, what the?
Ah, the triumphant hero returns at last.
Oh my
And to
god.
a rather spectacular welcome, even if I do say so myself.
You're the outcast, expelled from the academia.
Indeed I am. Although these days they tend to call me the Doctor.
Oh my god.
If you're looking for your researcher friend, she has already been taken into confinement. With some basic caution, she could have discovered the listening device on her person. Clearly, she lacks the
here we
degree
go.
of rigor
It's a
expected of
boss.
a true scholar.
The people of Sumeru City. What have you done to them?
I simply made some minor adjustments to their Akasha terminals. Now they can deposit information directly into the subconscious. As you can see, all these lovely people now believe this traveler is a hero who has just saved the world.
Oh my god.
My experiment is a success. And now it seems they can no longer hold back their sheer adoration.
No, what should we do? These are all just regular people.
Yeah.
Leave now. You need to get out of here.
But that guy's a Fatui Harbinger. We can't just leave you here.
Nor can I abandon the people of Sumeru. Don't worry. We'll meet again outside of the city.
I see. You appear to have overridden their mental faculties with your own consciousness. To possess such a powerful mind, you must be the god of wisdom.
Oh shit. Here we go. I'm scared. Me is so scared right now.
This should be far enough. Paimon needs to catch her breath first. Is Nahida going to be okay? We only made it out because of her. Paimon wasn't counting on running into a new Harbinger here, let alone such a high-ranking one. That guy was number 2. So scary. He called himself the Doctor. Remember, Tainari told us about him. Sataria did say that someone who once got expelled from the Academia came back recently. And that even the sages are wary of him. Yep. Sounds like she must have been talking about the Doctor. Yeah, now that the Doctor's in the picture, we're no longer just dealing with the Academia. They're in cahoots with the Fatui. But what are the Fatui after this time? Another Gnosis? Yeah, things would be a lot easier with Nahida's help. Nahida said we'll meet again outside of the city. But we can't just keep waiting around, right? You mean... Oh, right! Wasn't he invited by the sages to work on some project when we were staying with him in the Vidia forest? That has to be the same project! Even though he turned it down at the time, he might still know something. There's no time to lose. Let's go to Gandharvaville.
What's the hurry?
Hold it right there. A blonde-haired traveler and a floating fairy. We've got you.
Oh, this is bad.
Take a look around. You've fallen right into our trap.
Are you mercenaries from the Corps of 30? Did you come here to arrest us?
Core of 30?
We're nothing like those government lapdogs who don't even get scraps for their work. We are an elite brigade that commands the highest commission rate in all of Sumeru. We're here on the orders of a client known
Oh
only
shit.
as the Outcast.
The outcast? An outcast? But why wouldn't the doctor just send the Fatui after us?
Still wasting time on idle chit-chat. We'll shut you up soon enough. Get them!
Oh, here we go.
You're up, traveler!
Following orders.
Take that! Need more. Take that! Take that!
That's close enough.
New punching bag.
Let it rain!
Take that!
Where do you think you're going? Taking the turn for the best.
Hi-ya! Need more.
It isn't over yet! Here comes reinforcements!
Take that! Hi-ya! Take that! Try to keep up. You want this? Take that! Need
That was pretty rough. Is that what elite mercenaries are like? Yeah, looks like we'll have to keep our guards up. But this doctor guy seems like a pretty tough opponent. He knew exactly where to set up an ambush. Did he predict that we would try to find Kainari? Going up against smart people is tough. Anyway, let's keep going.
What's the hurry?
I hope Kainari is still there, man. That would be nice if he's not.
Oh, it's the traveler in Paimon. doing back here? Kale, it's nice to see you again. Are you doing alright?
To be honest, I'm not doing too well. My Elazar has been progressing at a faster rate lately. I'm finding it harder to complete more intricate tasks. As a result, Master Tainari is taking me off the patrol schedule. He will only allow me to stay here and coordinate other people's tasks.
Oh, Kale. Speaking of Tainari, did he go off on patrol? We're here to talk to him.
Oh, Master Tainari? You just left the Avidia Forest a little while ago. He was headed to Party's DI.
Huh? He left? What? Isn't Tainari always saying that he never wants to leave the Avidia Forest? He even turned down the Sage's invitation.
I thought it was weird too. Master Tainari always prioritizes his work as a forest watcher above everything. He almost never leaves his post. He left in a hurry. No, I only found out that he left through a message he left behind.
Tainari
He
got
also made sure to
kidnapped as
delegate
well.
all his tasks using a schedule.
That would be
To
yikes.
leave in such a hurry? I'd guess he had something urgent to take care of. Master Tainari originally studied in the Amorta Darshan of the Academia, and Partis DI is something like the Amorta's research base. Many rare shrubs and grasses have been planted there for research. I know that before he became a forest watcher, Master Tainari once spent a long time conducting research at Partis DI.
A research base, huh? Gotta wonder what kind of research Tainari just decided to work on all of a sudden. Oh, we don't have a lot of time, so let's go look for him at Party's DI.
Don't worry, I'm fine. I'm used to living with Elazar by now. If you run into Master Tainari, please send him my regards.
Got it. Will do. See you later, Kale.
Oh god. Where did he run off to? Map. He went all the way there. Okay. Oh, Nahida!
Wait! Look who it is! Thank goodness you're okay. We were so worried about you. Hey! This was supposed to be a touching reunion, but you're ruining the moment!
Actually, it's very smart of the Traveler to be wary of me right now. After all, the Doctor has shown that his technology can apparently even control human minds. Plus, it's not like you could have known what happened after we split up and I was facing the Doctor by myself. Even a pool of stagnant water after a torrential storm can occasionally pass as a patch of sky.
Paimon feels like only the real Nahida could come up with such an obscure analogy.
Huh? But I wasn't trying to win your trust or anything. All I wanted was to clarify my point.
Well, we understand that point now. Please, Nahida, tell us more about what happened. Are those poor people all right?
When you left, I was still in the middle of restoring everyone's minds. Thankfully, when the doctor mentioned depositing information into the subconscious, he didn't mean engraving information into their minds. Instead, he did something closer to creating hallucinations. That was still within my power to fix. Luckily, I managed to finish my restorations and mind jump away from him just as he was about to capture me.
Whew. What a relief. The doctor sure pulled out some hidden cards, but good thing we had Nahida with us.
I wouldn't be relieved just yet. I gave away my true identity when I restored everyone's minds, which means we've lost another one of our trump cards. Also, the doctor is already an expert at modifying Akasha terminals. Maybe it's only a matter of time until he captures my consciousness inside the Akasha.
Would that mean you'd no longer be able to jump between minds? Then how do we stop him? He's still at the academia, so it's possible he already started messing with the Akasha. Ugh. It feels like he's toying with us. What a nasty piece of work. Plus, the doctor's combat ability alone is apparently enough to make him worthy of being number 2 of the Fatui.
We shouldn't give up hope just yet. Let's try to find another way to attack this problem.
Actually, Nahida, how did you know we were trying to get to Party's DI? Have you been waiting for us?
Yes, I have. I can see the traveler's elemental energy, so I deduced your destination by looking at the direction you were moving in. You didn't come here for sightseeing, right? Did you find any leads?
We're looking for a scholar we know. His name is Tainari, and the sages once tried to reach out to him. Why don't you come inside with us and see what we can find?
Okay, let's just hope we won't get him into trouble.
Traveler? It is you!
Ah, it's Hypatia!
Ah, what a pleasant surprise! It's so nice to see the two of you again.
Who's this?
She's a scholar we met in the Avidia Forest. When we last saw each other, she was still training in the, what's it called? Satyavada life?
Oh, I see.
That's right, we're old friends. You've come at just the right time. Ever since I've come here, hardly anyone has even talked to me.
Hypatia, you're way too excited about this. Actually, for you to leave the Avidia Forest means you're not in training anymore? Wait, no. Did you already finish your training and reach Pariporna life?
What do you think? My consciousness has already managed to make contact with the divine.
You did it? Congratulations!
It's so exhilarating to share this sublime joy with others at long last. When my consciousness made contact with the gods. What a supreme and unparalleled experience that was.
That sounds incredible!
Oh, all right. Actually, please wait. I haven't forgotten my promise to you. Remember? I promised to help you understand what you saw from Irminsul once I gained deeper insights. My current self has not only gained true insight, but I can even help you establish a direct connection to the consciousness of the divine.
You You can do that?
I've never heard of anything like that, but if you want to give it a try, I'll do my best to protect your consciousness during the process.
Hold on. I brought some spirit borneo with me. This is still a crucial part of the ceremony.
We're using that incense again?
All right now. Hold my hand. I'll help you establish a pathway to connect your consciousness.
Okay.
Ready?
It took 3 betrayals for me to finally understand. The world is just an elaborate tapestry of lies. My fury will never be quelled. The first to betray me was a god, my creator, my mother. Valuing strength above all, she saw no worth in me and I was discarded. The second was a human. My family. My friend. Consumed by fear, he saw me as an abomination. The third was one exactly like me. A hope for the future. A fledgling barely out of the nest. Powerless before his mortality, he broke his promise to me. Humans, they can't be trusted. And the gods fill me with pure loathing. So I said good riddance. I denounce the world and laugh in its face. My chest will never again be defiled by worldly filth. I will scrub away every last trace of human emotion. Then it will be empty, a blank slate, and ready to receive a supreme gnosis, brimming with pure divinity. There is no need to fear. The pain will be brief. Your era is coming to an end.
Dang.
What was that? Did we actually just see the Balladier's memories? Everything matches what we know about him. But how is he connected to the divine consciousness that Hypatia was talking about?
You saw it, right? You felt it, right? Such a majestic god! Such a noble will! Such sublime emotion! Alas, shame. If only that which beats within my chest wasn't a filthy mortal heart. Oh, great and merciful God! Please grant me forgiveness and salvation!
Do you understand now? I'm afraid this is no Puriporno life, but rather...
Ah! You! Why are you so mean to me? Why is everyone hiding from me? I found divine wisdom. Shouldn't I receive praise and honor? Haven't I uncovered that light in the darkness?
Hypatia?
That's how I always thought everything should be. Wait. Have I already lost my mind?
Wait, something isn't right.
No, 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 no. Oh no, Catherine. Oh shit. No, we got this. Come on, run. Run, run, run.
Okay, we finally lost him. Are you okay, Nahida? Wait, no. Something feels different. You're back!
Oh, the traveler's back?
Nahida was controlling your body for a while. It seemed like she jumped over to you as an emergency measure right before the Catherine puppet was destroyed. After that, Tainari heard the commotion and came over. He helped us defeat the mercenaries and then he ran with us all the way here. What? You swapped places? You mean your consciousness also went into Nahida's body? Wait, then where is Nahida's consciousness? Where is she now?
I never imagined that an individual's consciousness could be transferred around like this. Had I not seen it with my own eyes, I would have never believed it. I don't think this can be achieved with current human technology. Also, while we were running, the consciousness in your body told me to pass on a message. She said, "The doctor has found a way to trap my consciousness, so I can't journey with you anymore. But even in a moonless night, a shower of starlight can still drown out illusions and lies."
Oh no! Nahida's trapped in the sanctuary of Surasthana for good this time. Was that message all she left for us? It's pretty vague. Oh, that makes sense. Since the doctor captured her, she won't be able to say anything without him knowing. She's being extra careful. Even in a moonless night, a shower of starlight can still drown out
Hi,
illusions
JG4.
and
What's
lies.
up? Long time no see.
Huh. Paimon knows the moon illusions and lies are from the alchemical divination at the Sub-Zero's festival. Didn't Nahida use a starlight analogy before? It had something to do with Sataria. Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Huh. Do you think Nahida was telling us to go find help in the desert? But she isn't with us anymore. Think we'll be okay?
Paimon, you said Sanctuary of Surasthana, correct? Does this mean that this
Okay.
Nahida you're talking about, the consciousness who was
JG4.
occupying the traveler's body, is the Dendro Archon?
Your guess is correct, but the situation's a bit complicated, so it's really hard for us to explain right now.
That's all right. A scholar's curiosity doesn't need to be appeased right away. As for the complicated nature of the situation, safe to say I have witnessed that for myself. I've spent some time with you, and it looks like the Dendro Archon's also on your side. So, I trust you.
Thank you, Tainari. Oh, actually, we came here to ask you a question. What do you know about the project that the sages have been working on?
that.
Welcome back.
While I was indeed invited to join that project, the sages were always secretive about its scope and goals, so I eventually declined. All I know is that the project has something to do with the restoration of Irminsul.
No, 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 JG4. No. The answer is already no.
Huh? Did you see something when you were in Nahida's body? What?
Do you have any evidence? So that's what happened. That explains why Hypatia's symptoms were different from those of the other scholars who went mad.
Don't make false
It's because she
promises.
made
You
contact
haven't
with
been
the
active
consciousness
now,
of a new
and
god
I
who is
don't
still in
think
the
you will be
process of being
active
born.
much.
Tainari, did you leave
Those
the
who
Abydia
want
Forest
to
because of
genuinely
Hypatia?
support me will be
I
staying
did.
every day
I noticed
and
Hypatia's
support
mental
me,
anomalies, but
and
since
that's
her
not happening
symptoms
with
were
you.
rather
So
atypical,
sorry, I'm
I
not giving
secretly
mod
took
to
her
anyone
to Pardis DI and
that
began
easily.
searching for a way to return her to her normal self. If I didn't take action, Hypatia would have already been taken by the Matra to the desert, doomed to a life of exile at Aru village. Now that you mention it, I knew the Academia has never thought particularly highly of Lesser Lord Kusanali, but I still didn't expect them to do something as arrogant as creating a new god. Looks like I made the right decision by not accepting their invitation. The doctor and the balladeer. We have 2 Fatui harbingers in Sumeru.
Sure,
Like
prove
for
me.
a bad time.
Prove me by
From your
being active for
description,
4
I don't think
months,
they've
and
completed
then
their
I will
project.
decide.
There may still be room for us to intervene. But then, what is the connection between creating a new god and restoring Irminsul?
Yeah, it feels like we're still nowhere close to figuring out the sage's goals.
And if you are not active for more than 3 days, I'm not making you mod.
Right. We've pretty much gone over everything we need to know, so we should head out. How about you, Tainari? What are you going to do?
I'll stay here for now. I still want to try a few more things to help Hypatia. If you're planning to go into the desert, start by heading for Caravan Ribat.
I
That'll be your
mean, sure.
fastest route.
Maybe
Come
when you're
find me
free,
here if there's anything else I can
maybe
do to
when
help.
you're free,
May the spirit of wisdom
try to
go
be
with
active.
you.
But if you have school, don't force yourself, and don't force me as well. Only if you play different games. Oh, you are not gonna tell me which games to play, by the way. I'm not someone who will be getting ordered around. If you are gonna be active, then be active, genuinely support me, whether it's any kind of game. After you are active, I will decide.
A new punching bag. Take that!
Depends on my mood. Depends on my mood. If I feel like playing DBD, I will play DBD. But I'm not gonna play any game just because you guys feel like it. I'm not some puppet. I'm a streamer who likes to chill. And that's all I am.
We finally made it to Caravan Rebut. It's pretty lively here. So, just past this wall is the desert, huh? Oh, wow. Paimon remembers hearing people call this the Wall of Samiel. It's made to block sandstorms from the outside. Oh, if it's this tall, it's gotta be the divine work of greater...
Enough gawking. Come on, follow me.
Huh?
Over here.
Oh, Hatham went that way! Let's hurry up and follow him. Wonder what he's up to.
What's the hurry?
Let's go check it out.
What the? Where did she go? How did we lose them? They were just here a second ago.
More Eremite mercenaries? Who are they working for this time? Anyway, Traveler, it seems like we were being followed again.
You were too careless. You should have noticed those hopeless amateurs trailing you a long time ago. There's no need to thank me. I've never cared to keep track of personal favors. All I did was correct a mistake I happened to come across. It's a habit I developed at the academia.
You really gave Paimon a scare, Al Hatham. We never thought we'd run into you here. Last time we met at Port Ormos, didn't you say you were going back to the academia? Wait, don't tell Paimon that you're here to take us back on their orders.
Oh, so you've already landed yourselves on the academia's hit list. I can't say that I didn't expect it. However, had I wished to turn you over to the academia, don't you think you'd already be the Eremites' honored guests by now?
Oh, right. You do have a point.
I have no interest in running errands for that project. As a scholar, I've always belonged to the camp that promotes researcher autonomy. And these days, you're more fascinating than anything the sages can offer. Not quite. To tell you the truth, I'm still investigating the Divine Knowledge Capsule. Unfortunately, I've run into some difficulties. Everyone says the capsule originated in the desert and was eventually moved to Port Ormos. If I am to get to the bottom of this, I must understand how the capsule first came to be. Which brings me back to you, and why you're so interesting. The leader of Ain al-Ahmar used the Divine Knowledge Capsule right in front of you, And upon seeing him, your expression became perplexed, and you were lost in thought for quite some time. To have that kind of reaction, I think you must have realized something. Are you interested at all in sharing what you've been hiding from me?
Alhaitham, you really have a ridiculous eye for detail. What kind of person even notices or remembers stuff like that?
So that's your answer. Well, I do work for the Academia after all. So considering that, it is indeed wise to keep your cards close to your chest. But that does prove you do have some undisclosed information about the Divine Knowledge Capsule. Am I right? No matter. Rather than simply learning the answers from you, I'd still prefer to investigate on my own. Speaking of, you two are also headed to the desert?
That's right! We have the same plan as you! But we don't really have any concrete goals at the moment.
Then I'd suggest starting with Aru Village. It's the largest settlement in the desert, so it'll probably have more resources and intel than anywhere else. Well, would you like to—
It's always better to travel with someone you know. Let's go!
No, it doesn't count. If you become mod on my stream, you will automatically become mod in Discord. You have to be active on streams, not in Discord. If you're active on stream, you will automatically become active in Discord. So I prioritize my stream more.
Before us lies Aru Village, the safe haven of the desert folk.
Whoa, this landscape is really something else. What a cool place! Let's go check it out! Unless my memory fails me, we have barely spoken 2 words to each other before now at the Academia. Would you care to enlighten me as to when and how I invited the General Mahamatra's wrath?
Oh, Hatham. Do not think you can escape my judgment just because you managed to escape my attack.
Judgment? So that's how you'd characterize your actions here, is it? Or would elimination perhaps be a more accurate description?
Had I used my full strength, not even this traveler would have been able to stop me. Though styled like an assassination, I sought only to ensure that my target would be unable to flee or resist. Standard practice for the Matra, as well you know.
Seemed to me more like your own personal touch.
Who is that, Alhaitham? Did you call him General Mahamatra?
Yes. General Mahamatra Sino, head of all the Matra at the Academia. He's a formidable hunter, and the ultimate nightmare for any who have committed academic crimes.
You seem to have placed a lot of trust in Alhaitham, to the point of blocking an attack for him. If I were you, I'd never choose to side with him. I wouldn't believe a single word that comes out of his mouth. I have been pursuing this scribe for a long time. I urge you, stand back and do not seek to defend him any longer. Otherwise, there will be consequences.
Has Al-Haytham done something wrong? Hyman doesn't think he's as bad as you've made him out to be.
I won't waste my breath explaining things. Haytham, I saw it during our fight. Take it out. The divine knowledge capsule you're hiding on your person. Unless you want me to retrieve it for myself.
Very perceptive of you. Nothing escapes a Matra's senses.
Wait, the divine knowledge capsule? Didn't it fall into the Matra's hands in Port Ormos?
No wonder you speak with such confidence, Sino. But I must admit, I'm very curious. What does this capsule mean to you? And why, as General Mahamatra of the Academia, are you all alone in the desert? As far as I'm aware, the other Matra have been speculating about your disappearance. Have you been given a mission that's, let's say, morally dubious? If I was the real target of your mission, what was stopping you from simply using your authority and resources to judge me within the walls of the Academia?
But you being here only for one stream won't mean anything unless if you want mod. If you wanna be here as a viewer, be my guest. But if you wanna be here as a mod, you have to do a lot better than that.
I should have known you'd be difficult to deal with.
You two? Ugh. What you would do, Traveler? Paimon feels like we can't trust either of them.
Well, look at you two, acting all tough and self-righteous over there.
Wait, Dia? Great! Finally, someone that we can trust! You gotta help us out here.
If you are here as a viewer, that's good.
Yeah, sure looks that way. Two giants from the Academia duking it out once and for all. Not something you get to see every day, that's for sure. Listen,
I'm here to prove you wrong.
Academic types love
Prove me
to
wrong
fill up
about
your
what,
big brains with self-righteous morality and lord your empty rules and virtues over each other. But how dare you bring your petty disputes into the safe haven of Aru Village? It seems like someone's gonna have to beat some sense into your thick skulls until you finally learn to respect these grounds. Hey, did either of you hear a word I just said?
Whoa, what's going on? The wind's so strong. Is this a sandstorm? Paimon's gonna get blown away.
Another sandstorm? What's up with these recently?
Hey! All of you, over here, quickly! We have to take cover!
Someone's calling for us. Oh, this wind is too strong. Let's get over there.
That sounded like Candace. Come on, you two. Jeez, are all of you Academia folks such hard work? Move it!
All right, stop yelling.
Sure. If you can stay here for 4 months, that's good. That's good. Because I make sure that my mods are active and they have to be here. I mean, what will be the point of mod if they are not able to moderate the viewers?
Well, this is pretty awkward. Hey, wanna play sardines with 3 people who wanna tear each other limb from limb? Sure, why not? Sounds fun. The air is so thick and heavy. Paimon can hardly keep floating anymore.
My sincere apologies, everyone. This is the home of our village chief. I will have to ask you to make do with this small room until the sandstorm dies down. Please, let me introduce myself. I am Candace, protector of Aru Village.
Our savior has come at last! Nice to meet you, Candace. The name's Paimon. Thank you so
Oh
much
yeah,
for helping us.
and after you get mod, if you are not active for a month, your mod will be removed by itself. So good luck with that. I want mods here who will be staying with me till the end. Not just someone who will be, oh hi, long time no see. No.
There's no need to thank me. It's only right to help each other when the weather gets rough.
Wow, she's so gentle and caring, like a nice older sister. Unlike those guys over there.
All right. Now that we're all better acquainted, we should return to the topic at hand. As a guardian charged with the responsibility to protect my fellow villagers from harm, I was observing your conflict from afar, even before the sandstorm started. And now that you have set foot within our village itself, it is all the more my responsibility to make absolutely sure that you pose no threat whatsoever to us. So please, have an honest and sincere conversation with one another and put your hostile feelings to rest. If anyone dares to start anything again while they are under this roof, I will not hesitate to send them out for some quality time with the creatures of the sandstorm.
How old are you, Judgy, for, by the way?
On second thought, Paimon may have misjudged Candace's character.
And that goes for you too, Miss Dia. Do I make myself clear?
All right, we got it, Candace.
That's what I like to hear. So, which of you will begin?
I was supposed to be a mediator, but I might have gotten a little too involved just now. Anyway, one of those two should probably start talking.
Wait, that was you trying to be a mediator?
I have nothing to hide, so there's no shame in explaining myself. While Al-Haytham wasn't wrong about the other Matra not knowing my whereabouts, it's not because I've been assigned a morally dubious mission. Rather, I've chosen to exile myself.
Huh? Exile yourself?
A little while ago, I discovered that there was data missing in the Academia's project planning and development files. What little they did report clearly did not match the project's actual progress. As General Mahamatra, I had the responsibility and authority to request an audit. However, to my surprise, the person responsible for the erroneous data was none other than Grand Sage Azar himself. I tried to investigate the issue myself before submitting a formal audit request, but I soon found that all leads and potential pieces of incriminating evidence were carefully concealed from
What
me.
do you mean, why?
I began
I
to
don't
realize
like
that
inactive mods.
they were cautious of me from the very beginning. Unsurprisingly, the
I
Grand Sage
like my
rejected my
mods
audit
active
request as soon as the
every day.
submission reached his desk.
I
He
want
even
to.
said to me,
I
the power of
asked
the
your
General
age
Mahamatra is
because
granted by the
yeah,
sages.
the
You
more
have no
old
right
you
to
are,
judge
the
us.
better more you will become. If you are still
So
in
they
school,
really are up
you
to
will
no
have to do
good.
the homework.
I
You
realized
will have
then
to
that
do
to
a
the
lot
Grand
of
Sage,
activities and
the
stuff.
Matra
So
are
you
nothing
will
more
not
than
be able to
tools for
do
the sages
the proper
to
time
assert and maintain their control
which
over
my
knowledge.
stream needs.
The vows that we took, the
Of
principles that we
being a
strive
mod,
to uphold,
you have to be active.
they are meaningless
That's
to the
why
academia
I
of
asked,
today.
how old are you? Okay, here we go.
I believed it would be wise to flee the academia before the sages had a chance to take action against me. This way, they can no longer see nor predict my actions. I will never give up on this investigation. There's no need
Yeah.
for someone else to give me power or
It's
authority.
not a problem though, but
Once I find the
it
truth,
will be problem for me.
I will administer
It's not your
judgment
problem,
by
it's
my
my
own
problem.
name.
I want my mods to be active. Since you're still in school, since you're still learning, I think you should focus more on that instead of like being my mod. Being a mod takes a lot of time, like a lot of time.
Well, Sino, if that's your story, then why did you see Alhaitham as a target?
When I was investigating the matter in the academia, I overheard a conversation between Alhaitham and a sage. The sages asked you to investigate a blonde-haired traveler. Do you dispute this, Alhaitham?
What?
Like many parts of the project, this assignment was undocumented. Now throw in your suspicious behavior with the divine knowledge capsule, and I think we deserve an explanation.
Yes. I was indeed tasked with investigating the traveler.
Alhaitham!
After all, the promised reward was so great that hardly any scholar could have refused.
You're still young, so you should like think about it.
Once you've completed
You're still
this
young,
assignment,
you're still growing.
I can give you a glimpse of divine knowledge.
I'm
Most
not young.
enticing offer.
Unfortunately,
I'm old
those
enough to do
academics
what I
don't know me
want,
at all.
but for you,
Their
you're
words
still
contain
like a,
one key piece of
you're
information,
still very young.
namely that
So
divine
think
knowledge
about it.
indeed
Think
exists.
and
That gave
think
me all I needed to know.
properly about it.
From my perspective, the sages are far from trustworthy.
If you become my mod, you will
Think
not be
about
able to concentrate
Isn't
on
it
your
a little
studies.
strange they're so
That's
willing
the
to share
thing.
divine knowledge with anyone, even as a reward? So, I began my own investigation
Hi,
following
Viguts.
the lead of
Welcome
the
to the
divine
stream.
knowledge
Hello.
capsule. In the end, I
How is
realized
your
my
day
wisdom
going?
in committing to this rather than collaborating with the sages. Had I been less guarded, I probably would have ended up like that Ainul Ahmar mercenary, incapable of remaining sane for long enough to hold a conversation.
You mean that the sages originally planned to dispose of you, using one of those capsules that drive people insane?
It's just I'm not telling you what to do, but I'm just like giving you advice.
I'd already given up on the assignment by then. I only told the academia I was waiting in Port Ormos for you to appear so they wouldn't suspect anything. So it came as
Oh,
quite
okay.
a surprise when I
Viguts,
encountered
do
my
you
erstwhile
play
target while investigating the
which games
divine
do you
knowledge
play?
capsule.
If you don't mind me
Criminals
asking.
do love to talk about coincidences.
Even though I ran into the traveler by chance, I had no intention of providing assistance to the academia. Also, you should remember, you were the ones who decided to follow me and strike up a conversation after I left that tavern.
That's true. Alhaitham helped us out at Caravan Rebot as well. Maybe he's telling the truth.
I'm willing to apologize, if that's worth anything to you. I took the divine knowledge capsule behind your back because I judged its existence to be a significant risk. I felt that it would be best for no one to interact with it before it had been properly studied. After all, curiosity often proves to be the most dangerous
It's
thing
okay,
in this land.
it's okay.
You should
What's
be
your
well
adventure
aware,
rank, by the way,
Scribe
if you don't
Alhaitham,
mind me asking?
that curiosity can also lead you to danger and suspicion. Answer me this. Did the sages share any
I'm
information
stuck on
about
Second
their
Ascension,
project
not
with
gonna
you?
lie. I
Have I
haven't
not made
played
myself
the
clear?
Second Ascension.
You and I are both distrusted by the academia.
Do you really think they would tell me anything?
Fine. Although you haven't completely proven your innocence, I won't regard you as an enemy, for now.
As you wish.
Good. I'm glad to see you two clearing up your misunderstandings. And now you, Dia. I believe it's your turn.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, same.
Whatever the boys were
Actually,
talking about
I'm
must have been so
Ascension.
boring that I spaced out.
I'm still adventure rank
My situation
35,
is
so
pretty
don't worry.
straightforward. My
Don't
employer,
worry.
Junior Zad of the Homayani
I'm-
family, is
I'm
friends with the traveler
way
and is currently
behind
recovering
you.
from her illness at home. I had nothing
I
going
still
on,
haven't
so
like
I decided to return to our
crossed the
village
second
for a visit.
ascension.
I was actually looking forward to a pretty exciting time getting back
Oh,
together with everyone here.
that's cool.
But then I saw these two random guys in
Me
the middle of
too.
a pointless argument. It ticked me off, and things
Me
went
too,
downhill
actually.
from there.
Is that all? Well, I will admit that definitely sounds like your style. In that case, welcome back, Dia.
That's more like it. I missed you all so much, Candace.
Oh, what the heck was that?
Whoa! What was that sound?
No need to worry. Now that you're no longer at each other's throats, please make yourselves at home. I'll take a quick trip outside to clear out some of those creatures in the sandstorm.
Creatures? In the sandstorm? Are you sure you don't want some backup?
Fighting in a sandstorm is not for the faint-hearted. Anyone without extensive training in these conditions is at a disadvantage. You needn't worry.
Yeah, just leave him to Candace. Don't worry, she's as tough as they come.
Oh, I have been playing Genshin Impact. Actually, this is my second account.
Winds died down.
I forgot
That
the
means the
password of my
sandstorm's
first
over,
account,
right?
so I made second.
Candace still isn't back yet, though. Is she alright?
I was
should go out and
previously
check
on
on her.
adventure rank
When you put it that way,
20.
even I'm starting to feel a little worried. All right,
but now
let's
I'm
go.
adventure rank
We've been here long enough.
35.
The boys are as chatty as the floor.
Hello, Gray, welcome. Nice to meet you too. How is your day going?
You're still fighting? You've been out here dealing with these creatures the entire time?
Yes. They just keep coming in waves.
From who
I lost
you will
count of
pull
how many
for?
I've defeated. Before I
Nahida.
realized it, even the sandstorm had stopped.
Here comes another wave!
Leave this round to us. I got interrupted earlier, but now I have something to take my anger out on.
It's been quite a while since I've seen the flame main in action. I'll leave these to you then.
Ooh, Kazuhan
I'll be sure to put on a good show.
Kedahara.
Let's go!
Nice. I like Dandrolcon because they can heal themselves, which is so cool. I like Dandro because of that. How did I?
Minor side effects.
Okay, I need to heal myself real quick. Yeah. Very, very careful now.
The creature stopped appearing. Was that the last of them?
Thank God I had a Baisu.
What we fought just now was probably the aftermath of the sandstorm. So we should be safe for the time being.
Hi Eddie, welcome back.
Well fought, everyone. No injuries, I hope.
Huh? Who are you?
Ah, my apologies. I haven't had a chance to greet you yet. I had my hands full taking care of the village's elderly and children. I am the chief of Aru village. Everyone
Oh
usually
yeah,
calls
sure.
me
I can review
Uncle
your
Anpu.
account. Of course, of course. Let me check. I bet you have a better account than me. Let me wait a second.
Sir, I am
Let
also
me
originally from the
complete this
desert,
scene. I will
but I
review
have not been back for
review
some
your
time now.
account.
May I ask if such sandstorms are common?
I can't say they've always been common, but recently the storms have become increasingly severe and frequent. Besides sandstorms, we also occasionally get earthquakes. According to an investigator who stayed in the village a while ago, these unusual natural phenomena are related to the withering of Irminsul.
Another effect of Irminsul's withering. So, Irminsul's withering causes withering zones in the forest, and sandstorms and earthquakes here in the desert?
Everything in the natural world is inextricably connected to Irminsul.
By the way, guys,
These
which
regional
server
symptoms can indeed be a
is
reflection
that
of
account
Irminsul's
from,
present
Grace? By
state.
the way, is it a Asia
Everyone in
server
Aru Village needs
account?
to take good care of themselves. Speaking of which, why haven't I seen a single village keeper since I got here?
Village
My
keeper?
favorite character?
Hey! Village guards
I
like
would say
Candace?
my favorite character.
Does your curiosity know no bounds?
Of course.
Village Keeper is how
Anyone
Aru Village
from
refers to mad
Dandrolcon
scholars
and
exiled here by the
anyone from
academia.
Dandrolcon.
Most
Healings
of them
are
are scholars who
lifesavers.
lost their sanity after a period of training in the Avidia forest. The academia believes that their crazed mutterings may have a negative effect on the psyches of other scholars. So, they're forcibly exiled to the desert. Though if you ask me, it's all a boatload of nonsense.
Ooh, that's nice. Oh, you're from India as well. I'm from India as well. Welcome. What this up before?
Alas, that's exactly what we've been trying to investigate. One by one, the village keepers have been mysteriously disappearing without a trace. But no one in the village has ever seen them leave. If you're planning to stay around the village for the next few days, I'd appreciate it if you could keep an eye out for them.
I've had encounters with those people in the past. I'll see what I can do to help.
The Matra are the ones responsible for their exile. Now that you're no longer with them, are you trying to alleviate your guilt and atone for your past sins?
Oh,
I'm fascinated
Ningguang.
by how you
I actually had Ningguang in my
Mock me
previous
if you will.
account.
But if you are guilty,
Oh, I
will eliminate
miss.
you,
I
regardless
miss
of my
Ningguang.
position or identity.
Oh, you're the former General Mahamatra. You must be an expert in these kinds of investigations. Thank you for your help.
Is it because you're reminded of Hypatia? Oh, these poor scholars. First they lose their sanity, now this! We need to help get them back home, safe and sound. But, is it really a good idea to tag along with Sino? You seem like you really don't trust him.
I'll be grateful for the assistance. No doubt you will do a better job than some of my former subordinates. Let's start by finding a spot to share what we know so far.
Her long hair, and she is a businesswoman. Oh yeah, she is. Oh wait, now let me review your account. Let me review your account now. Let's see. Friends. Add UID. Get file. 31. Zero nine. Up search. Oh, dang. Oh sheesh. You have everyone. Holy crap, you have Ayaka and her brother. Sheesh. Dang boy. You have all the OP characters. Sheesh. Even your weapon is upgraded to level 90. Oh my god. Oh wait. Wait, what? Weapon rank 5? Holy crap. How much money did you spend? How much money did you spend? For real, for real. Oh my god, even the artifacts are... Yo. Sheesh. Holy crap. Everything is maxed out, I think. Oh yeah, everything is maxed out. Dang. Holy moly. Guacamole. Oh, why are the constellations not unlocked? Take care, Judgy 4. Ooh. You should unlock constellations. I wonder what happens if we unlock all the constellations. That would be good though. Nah, that's cap. You you are capping. Only 200 rupees, that's a cap. Nah, you might have at least spent 10,000 or something. You are capping. How did you got so many good characters? I just wonder. But as for the review, I will give 9 out of 10 because you still haven't unlocked the constellations. You have a good account. That's cool. No,
Although I've sent
actually, it will
myself
not
into
take that
exile,
much.
I'm still doing essentially the same things as before. Do you still have any questions for me before we start our investigation? One of my former subordinates told me that this title has its origins in a strange incident. The Academia has long exiled mad scholars to Aru Village. A mysterious phenomenon exists here. When mad scholars first arrive, they are as incoherent and deranged as before. But after spending some time here, they invariably begin to calm down. Initially, the people of Aru Village greatly resented having to take in the mad scholars. But a strange incident one night changed that. Aru Village was struck by the strongest earthquake in living memory.
Oh no, yikes.
Seeing buildings on the verge of collapse all around him, the then chief of the village was preparing to take everyone to safety.
I know.
Suddenly,
I know, Gray. I
he
know.
noticed a mad scholar crouching in a corner, caressing the ground with his hands.
Then he will say like,
Soft green light radiated from him, like a divine glow against the
then he will
backdrop
be
of
like,
night.
I'm not
Despite the
Ambani.
powerful tremors
Why
that
did you
ripped
spend
through
so
the
much
ground that
money?
night, all the houses remained upright.
That would be
almost as if they had grown roots reaching deep into the ground. In the end, not a single building collapsed, and no one was hurt. After that, the people of Aru Village treated the mad scholars with greater kindness, and began to refer to them as the village keepers.
A soft green light? A mad scholar protecting Aru Village? What do you make of it, Traveler? Paimon thinks so too. Actually, Sino, do you know if any of the mad scholars continued to wear their Akasha terminals at Aru Village?
Yeah,
In
I
theory,
did.
they
I
would
tried
continue
Honkai
wearing
Star
them
Rail
so the
as well.
Academia
I am
could still
actually gonna
monitor
play
their
Honkai
activities.
Star Rail after this.
With that said, the main Akasha system would no longer have any interaction with them.
Oh, no wonder! Everything makes sense then! Add in the fact that they calmed down, it was probably Nahida who calmed them.
If you are able to draw a conclusion from this one
I
story
like
alone,
Sano's deep voice.
then it appears you possess much more information than I do. So, what do you make of the story? Really? Lesser Lord Kusanali.
What? You don't believe us? Lesser Lord Kusanali was definitely using the Akasha to give her power to the mad scholars!
No, it's not so much that I don't believe you. I'm just struck by your reasoning. Lesser Lord Kusanali, the current Dendro Archon, is she really active in Sumeru? The Academia has always placed far greater importance on the late Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. They've more or less ignored Lesser Lord Kusanali, and I've never had any reason to doubt their views. In addition, I've never heard any stories about Lesser Lord Kusanali and her deeds. To me, she might as well have been a god that never existed.
No way! Nahida definitely exists! She's a... How should I
Yes,
put it?
I know.
She's a good
I know Goddess
Archon who's
Saraswati.
kind and wise, even if she says weird stuff sometimes.
Goddess Saraswati is the goddess of knowledge and wisdom
I've spent many
in
years
India, of
interrogating
course.
criminals,
Of course, who doesn't
so
know
I can
Goddess
easily tell
Saraswati?
when someone is lying.
Good! Then you should know that we're telling the truth!
That look in your eyes. I've never seen that from a liar. You two really must have met Lesser Lord Kusanali. How can this be? To think, Our Archon has been amongst us this entire time.
Alright, now it's our turn to put our skills
I'm a
to good use for
Hindu
this
by religion,
investigation.
so of course I know everyone, every god, if I can.
But easier said than done, especially since we don't have any leads. Maybe we can start by knocking on some doors.
Excuse me, are you here to help me find my grandpa?
Huh? Who are you?
Yeah, actually, Dandro Archon is
By the
inspired
sounds
by
of it,
India.
a
You can
resident
say,
of this village.
you can say that.
My name is Isak. You'll help me find my grandpa, right?
Is your grandpa a mad scholar?
Hey, don't say that.
You can say that loud and clear that Dandro Archon is inspired by India.
It's not like he's a bad person or anything.
The person you're referring to is not a local, yet you are. Why do you call him Grandpa?
Grandpa is just Grandpa. He's my family. I heard everything you said to the village chief. Please, you gotta take me with you. I want to find my grandpa.
I like Dandro Archon for a reason.
I won't be a nuisance.
Yeah, you can say that this is one of the
So you're the
reasons
one
why
who
I
was
like
eavesdropping
Dandro
on us
Archon,
around the
because
village
it's
chief's
like
house.
inspired by
I was
India.
planning to go out and take care of whoever it was, but I had a vague feeling that they didn't harbor any ill intent.
Whoa. Hatham wasn't kidding about Matra having sharp senses. Sino, he's just a kid. All he wants is to find his grandpa. Let's find a way to help him.
Sorry, I was only listening in because I wanted to know where Grandpa went. Honest. If you don't believe me, you can ask Miss Candace.
All right. But first, let's confirm the facts with Candace.
Yeah, I know. I know. She's a goddess after all. She's a goddess, so she hasn't shown us her full her original form yet. She is in her child form. She has a older version as well, so
Sino is super vigilant. Is this what all the Matra are like?
Ah, you're back already.
We just wanted to confirm something with you. Do you know a boy by the name of Isak?
I had a feeling he'd go looking for you.
Huh? You knew this would happen?
Yes. Although he tried his best to stay hidden.
yeah, I
noticed
actually
him
want to
eavesdropping
upgrade
outside the
Baizu,
window.
but it's kind of difficult
really
for
wants
me
to get
since
his
we haven't
grandfather
like
back.
unlocked a specific area where we have to find
Isak's parents were both
a
Eremite
specific thing
mercenaries who rarely
which
returned
can
to the
help
village after
upgrade,
finding employment
which
in
can
the city.
help ascend.
He was raised by his grandfather. Unfortunately, it was only a few years before his grandpa passed away.
I want to upgrade
Isak was
Baizu to
still
the
very young at the
fullest
time.
so we will not
So
die
various families in the village took
immediately.
turns caring for him so he could survive.
Yeah, I
Later,
use
An
Streamlabs.
elderly mad scholar arrived at the village.
Streamlabs OBS.
Isak thought the scholar bore a striking resemblance to his grandfather, and thus often spied on the man. However, the scholar was unkempt in appearance and incoherent in speech. Although Isak referred to the man as his grandpa, he was afraid and didn't dare to approach him. One summer night, the oft mumbling and bumbling grandpa suddenly calmed down and seemed to become more lucid. He even noticed Isak hiding in the distance. So Grandpa walked up to Isak and patted him on the head. He even took Isak to the entrance of the village, where he patiently taught the boy the names of the stars and accompanied Isak until he fell asleep. The next morning, Isak woke up and wanted to go find his grandpa again, only to realize his grandpa no longer recognized him. However, even so, Grandpa retained his calm expression.
It's said that those who saw the scholar claimed he no longer appeared to be crazy, but appeared to be living in his own world, almost as if he was
Okay.
sleepwalking.
I think this is.
Isak was thrilled that his grandpa was able to find peace and would follow him all the time, asking him things like, "Grandpa, want me to take you somewhere fun?" Or, "Grandpa, could you tell me stories about the stars again?"
All this somehow just makes Paimon feel really sad. It seems like they both deserve so much better.
Perhaps. Nearly everyone who lives in the desert has some form of hardship or regret. But even so, we must still continue on with our lives. It's also my reason for fighting. I must continue to protect this land.
Maybe the people have always had a considerate god watching over them.
Huh? What did you say, Sino?
No, nothing. As long as Esau keeps his word and doesn't get in our way, we can take him along.
Perhaps you are more compassionate than I gave you credit for. Please accept my thanks on Isak's behalf, Sino.
Hey, Isak!
Oh, it's you guys!
We've cleared everything up. Let's go find your grandpa.
Really? Wow! Thank you so much! Yeah!
Alright. Let's ask the local residents some questions first.
Actually, I think I will end my stream here, guys. Yeah. I will see you guys after some time. Bye for now.
Oh, it's just some chronic problem I have flaring up again. Nothing to worry about. When on the road, one should take ample time to pause and appreciate the wondrous scenery along the way.
You're about to collapse, aren't you?